Your true spirituality is that what you didn't see coming, and yet always saw coming, because you always felt it, but nobody told you about this. So once it's there, you just don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it's your fantasy, maybe it's your imagination, maybe it's something else. You are questioning yourself, you are confused. What is it all about? No one told me that this was real, and yet the dragon stands before me. Is this just because I'm going crazy? Yeah, actually, I'm going to cheat a bit because once again I'm holding a page from my book of Dragon Shadows. This was an agenda from the first year of the book of Dragon Shadows, the first year that I wrote everything down. From the first moment until the last of the year, I always wrote my emotions, my feelings, and I said I am so confused. I don't know what's going on. I think I become crazy because I've seen a dragon before me and I love it. I love it. I just want to embrace this dragon because there is so much that I feel. So much. I can feel one with nature. I can feel one with everything once I can feel the dragon. The first time I saw my dragon and I felt the dragon at the same time. Ever since I could feel the dragon everywhere. I could no longer see them with my bare eyes, but I could see them with my feelings, with my thoughts. Then I could say to everyone who has the question of how can I feel my spiritual dragon? How can I feel my guardian dragon? By feeling it. Your instincts are telling this to you. And what it says to me, my book of Dragon Shadows, the first time that I saw the dragon and felt the dragon at the same time. So I know how the dragon felt. So that is why I could know and tell whenever my dragon was there. And that is also what you can tell. It's your instincts. I learned that it's inside of your feelings that you know that your dragon is by your side. It's not far away that they are there. Let's see my agenda. 28th of November 2005. I first saw the dragon in the evening of that moment, in the evening of that day. I was sitting in front of my computer and I was feeling something so strong inside of myself. I looked behind and there was just not far away from me an apparition of a dragon. And no one, what the hell, what was going on? I didn't see this coming, not at all. But it was coming. I should have known that it was coming because just before it, a few months before it, I bought an image of a dragon. And this took care that I had this trigger. So I was triggered exact on the day of my birthday when I was 18 years old, in 2005 in November. And I was struggling. I wasn't accepting it. This was not real, even though everything in my body and my mind said, yes, take it. But I was not doing it, simply because I felt unworthy against humans. Humans that I believe that I am, is not worthy to that, what I've seen and felt. It's so much stronger, so much purer. I didn't accept it. And so this led to the second thing of my agenda. From the 8th until the 11th of December, I was gone. There was something inside of me that was gone. It took a few days until it was entirely gone. Now I understand much more what was actually going on. The dragon took my draconic energy out of it, showed me the void and showed me their realm, but only to the dragon eye and not to the human eye. The human was left behind, and for many months I was living here, not knowing that I was alive, because the other half was there, learning, seeing, detecting everything, learning about everything. And then on the 17th of April 2006, I returned. I was complete again. I was whole. I was excited. I was no longer that much confused. I was excited to carry on with this dragon's path. Actually, the first thing that I wanted in April that was to tell everyone the dragon is real, the dragon is real. But of course, my mind was completely gone. After all of these months, I forgot actually how it is to live among humans as a human. Really, truly, that is the case. And I had to adapt and force myself. No, this was a moment in April of 17, 18th, that I was actually losing my mind, and I adapt myself. No, just you are living amongst humans, as humans. No one ever heard of your dragon spirituality, so it doesn't make sense that you do it. After a while, I even made myself afraid of telling the name dragon. I was saying, I was actually very proud. But on the other hand, nobody was experiencing the dragon. Only me. This entire country, maybe this entire world, I thought that I was alone, still believing, maybe I was nuts, maybe I was crazy. And that is what you shouldn't say to yourself, my brothers and sisters. You are not crazy. I've seen the dragon. I have felt the dragon. I can put my hand into the fire and say, yes, I experienced the dragon. They are real, very much real. So if you experience a dragon, it's true. It's real. It's very much real. So that is just a week later. A week later in April, I was entering this Wicca shop just because I saw a beautiful image of a dragon. I wanted to buy it, but in this Wicca shop there was a woman and said, "What an enormous energy is entering my store." And I was looking behind me and said, "Just me." "Yeah, I was telling this to you," she said. And she said something about a dragon. Never told her, I didn't even know her. Yet she was telling me about the dragon that was constantly behind me. It was following me. And I was knowing about the dragon, but I wasn't telling anyone. But she told me first and said, "I have something for you. I have something for you. Just wait." And she handed me over a dragon necklace, a silver one that was very fragile in the beginning, but now I still wear it to this day, so many years later, and now it's very, very strong. You cannot bend it anymore like it used to be. So yeah, she was a bit of my mentor in the end of April. She was actually knowing a lot of things about the dragon's path and dragon spirituality. She helped me a lot, and not just with saying what I should do. She said, always listen to yourself and your instincts and your feelings as well, that I understood, but also psychological. Because after a while, that everyone laughs at your path. Everyone's just, that you stay with this all alone. What you have seen in the dragon realm and in the void, whatever you've seen, this is mentally challenging. So she knew that it was mentally challenging. So she was actually to listen. She was listening to everything. That is just something that I needed. On the 10th of May, I created my dragon altar, but I didn't know it was an altar. With the image that I bought just a year ago, that took care of my trigger, I made my dragon altar on the 10th of May, and just 1 week later, the dreams started to happen. Dreams, because I had my altar next to my bed, and the dreams started to happen. But dreams of dragons, dragon dreams. And I also started to draw the dragon. That is also the first time that I actually saw dragons in my dream. It was a first time in a long time, I mean. So I was drawing them, and even before this, I already draw Tiamat, even before I actually came to know her completely. So, and later on, I made my first ritual, and I made it my habit, and even to this day, so many years later, every day, every evening, I may create an evening ritual for my dragon. What this ritual is of course always something different, because I like rituals. It's your creativity that you put inside of your rituals. Draconic rituals always come from the mind, always last minute. So keep that in mind. If you want to do a ritual for the dragon, don't look it up, just do it. Just do it. Do whatever you feel. So embody what you feel, or create what you feel. So show it to the dragon. That is a dragon ritual. Search for others. Yeah, of course. The 20th of July, search for others. I was actually convinced that there were more people like me. And of course, after so many years, there is, of course, you are there. But I didn't know this. I didn't know. Somewhere I was convinced that there are others. I could feel you somewhere. There are other draconic spirits living inside of us as a human being, struggling to go on every single day. I knew that you were there, but yet I was not succeeding to find you. For 7 years. 7 years I searched for you guys, for you people, so that I wasn't alone anymore. Because sometimes the dragon's path, when you are completely alone like I was, it feels a little bit lonely if everyone is just pointing at you like, what kind of a crazy spirituality you have. It's just a fantasy tale or things like this. No, that is not fun. That is not fun. Sometimes a chat with someone else, that was something that I searched for. And of course, to convince myself that I was not crazy, because I know that there were others. If the dragon comes before me, then the dragon should also come before you. The feelings that you might have for the dragon might be just as strong. And so for 7 years I did this, and started from the 20th of July 2006. And so later on, 7 years later, I finally met someone. And until then, I met many more people who were like this. The 28th of August 2006, start to feel change in nature for the first time. Yeah, because the draconic energy was awakened almost a year ago. I completely felt the change of nature then. It was completely, strange. I didn't see this coming. This was a moment when my dragon was starting to become strongest, at the strongest of the year. The dragons have a moment in the year that they are the strongest. And this was the moment that was arrived for my dragon to become at their strongest. The 28th of August, which means that it's the fall, wherever my dragon pulls their energy from. So, but I didn't see this coming. And this was the first time that the dragon is in fact connected very much to nature. Everything that they are, the energy of nature, that is what the dragon as well is. So every change in nature is also something that you could feel, especially from when the moment has come when your dragon has become the most powerful of them. And that is also why this is the moment, in this time moment, that they are at their strongest, that it's the higher chance to reach you, to reach out for you, to that they finally manage to touch you, so finally that they can awaken you. This is the moment in the year that they have the most chances to awaken you. And just in the October, the middle of October, I didn't wrote a date for this. For the middle of October, an apparition of the first dragon god that I ever met. That was my Tiamat. Tiamat, just almost a year later from my awakening, I encountered Tiamat, a dragon goddess, and I was even more confused than I was before. I didn't know about dragon gods. Actually, I didn't know about anything. What I want to tell you with this agenda, my brothers and sisters, is that sometimes you just don't need to do any trouble. Sometimes you just let it go to you. Let it go in your direction. Everything that you need on the dragon's path will eventually come to you. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to hear anything. You don't have to be together. You don't have to go to a gathering to achieve something on the dragon's path. Every path is different, so it cannot be that someone else is talking for your dragon. The dragon's path in itself is in fact very complex and very deep, because this is about you. Your dragon wants to reach out for you, and of course this is going to be confusing very much, and you want to have these answers to all of your questions immediately. I wanted to have all these answers immediately, but I wasn't. After 17 years intensely going on the dragon's path, I still have a lot of questions, but that is just it. This is a spirituality. This is a spiritual path, the dragon's path. That is your story. It's about your story. And everything that happens just comes. It comes eventually. No one else can see how your path is going. Your dragon is unique. Your dragon eye is unique. So in what I learned from this, even though I was struggling very much, and I was having trouble psychological with coping all of this, because that is a dragon. I mean, I saw a dragon, I felt the dragon. To this day, the dragon is still here. I can still feel the dragon. And no, I can't show it to anyone because my dragon cannot be seen by anyone. And yet, for everyone, it's so easy to accept that there is a Jesus for them, but for a dragon, it's not. That was so difficult for me. I wish I could show everyone my dragon, but that is not the point. The dragon is here for you, not for anyone else. The dragon is here to guide you, to be by your side, and eventually the answers will be revealed. You just need to have some patience. Just write everything down like I did. Just see it, and so after a while you just revisit your Book of Dragon Shadows, and maybe you will need this someday so that you can remember what everything have happened, because this is going to be a story about you and your dragon in this place. And this is the stage, this is the main stage, wherever humans are, and you are pretending to be like a human, but there is something different about you. This is a story of you and your dragon. This is going to be very personal.